Hello guys, we are here in Turbo Stroker 101. I will be your teacher for this lesson. Does that mean I know more than you? No, I know probably far less than you. But finally starting, I apologize for the delay. We have a parts car behind us. It's going to sacrifice some parts for the old coupe we're going to build. But I pushed it in, got motivated, I was drinking some water. Did I finish my water?
Dude, I think we just started all drinking the same.
Alright, more water. Anyway, do you guys know what kind of flange that is? It takes a gasket like this. I don't. So I'm gonna call somebody.
Yo, what up?
What's up? I got a turbo flange question.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at this very nice Max Speeding Rods turbo that I have, and the exhaust housing, the exhaust flange, not like the manifold flange, it has like a circle with 4 bolts on it.
On the discharge, like on the exit.
Exactly.
Those are trash, so don't use that.
Okay.
I can weld a V-band on there for you. It'll make your life exponentially easier.
Literally what I was calling to ask if you could cut this off and weld a V-band to it.
Yeah, I can. How long is it? Does it have quite a bit of a snout, or can I just weld the V-band to the flange?
You could probably hit it with a bandsaw without hitting the T3 flange, but it would be close. But you can make this as ugly as you want. So as long as it's somewhat sealed, we're good.
Okay, bring it over and I'll do it.
Cool. I'll bring you just the housing, so it'll make life easier.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, man. Later.
Right.
We didn't find the name, but we know they're trash.
Trash. So I guess it's good that we know people. So yeah, we're getting started on this. I bought a lot of parts. Should we just walk around and look at some parts right now?
We can do that. Yeah, I reckon.
I'll tell you what, we have a nice table here that I'm trying to get rid of, so let's utilize this table. We'll be right back. We're going to put some parts on a table, and we'll show them to you guys.
Let's do it.
All right, there's some more stuff on the table. Okay, we'll do a little walking through intro to this video. So, we got our turbo. It's Max Speeding Rods. They were gracious enough to send this to us for free many, many months ago. We've done nothing with it. We're going to do something now. If I remember correctly, this is a 3582R with like a 0.63 exhaust housing. It's a pretty tight exhaust housing, but it should be fine for a 2.5 or 2.7 liter. We got a stroker. So let's go see what happens. I think with our discount code DBO, I think you save 30 or 15% off. I don't remember. It's been a while. They're not paying us. They just gave us a free turbo, so we're not going to give them huge shout outs. But anyway, DBO gives you a discount from Max Speeding Rods. Anyway, we got that. We got our T3/T4 top mount flange. And
brand new.
Yeah, I don't actually remember where this came from. I think it was one of probably Wilbot or something. But obviously, we got to do some. Oh,
you're backwards.
Backwards. But a little bit of
still not. Yeah, you're still clocked wrong. Moving on.
Oh, am I hitting that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, turbo mounts to manifold, and then we do that. So we have a old school looking wastegate, so we should be good there. This definitely doesn't look like it'll create any boost creep. That's a lie. But hopefully this turbo is big enough that it'll take so long to spool that if we do overboost, we won't have any real issues. So we got a wastegate, we got a manifold, we have our ECU. I was telling you guys in the last video about a European company that makes plug and plays. This is K-Data. Our website's right there, k-data.org. Not sponsored. I didn't tell them what I was doing. I just looked up online, paid full price for this. But this is a super cool unit. It uses a factory Motronic housing, so it goes right in under the dash. It's pretty much a Mega Squirt in terms of the software. It runs MS Extra, and it's got tons of rooms for
Things.
extensions and add-ons. So the only one I decided to purchase was the wideband controller. So this cable is like $35 or something. This whole ECU, you have to pay in pounds or euros or something, so it's like a conversion rate, so it changes all the time. But I think when I bought it, it was like $590 shipped from the UK, and it came in like less than 2 weeks. But anyway, with this, for wideband, all I have to do is literally just plug that in, and then I bought a $24 O2 sensor on Amazon that plugs into this, just a regular, what is that, 6-pin plug, and I got wideband. I don't have a gauge though. This is how this works. If I want like to see it while I'm driving, I need to do something else. But the ECU gets wideband control. Has a built-in map sensor. It's back there. I didn't take this housing off. It's got some bent. Anyway, we don't need to see it. But we got that. We got our USB port for tuning. Tunes just like a Mega Squirt. Costs less money. Yeah. And I ordered another one of these ECUs for another car that I'm extremely stoked about, and it's going to solve some major problems. So stay tuned for that. But we got our management. We got an E30 hub and a shitty steering wheel. I might not run the NRG. I hear you can die pretty easily because it doesn't actually extend the metal into these, and it can just fall off. I have a nice OMP wheel. I shouldn't call it nice. I have an OMP wheel that used to be nice but doesn't have any grip on it anymore, and it's got some like electrical tape and looks pretty cool. I might end up using that one instead. But for visuals, we'll have a wheel. If you remember, we're doing a stroker build with an 88 Super Etta engine. So in order to make it an I, all I'm going to be doing is throwing on an I manifold with an I throttle body, plug and play ECU, and then we lose our blade, found our blade. The last piece of the puzzle, I probably make open it there, came courtesy of ECS. Again, didn't request sponsorship, so I just paid for it.
It's rare that ECS parts actually come though.
It came really quick too. So this is our Schrick camshaft, and should have some more stuff in here, hopefully. Schrick valve springs. So the difference is between, make sure there's nothing else tight in here, the Super Etta motor and the I motor are, they both use a 200 or a 885 series head, so they have all of the same oiling and all of the same cam bearings, but the cam is less aggressive in the Super Etta, and it has single valve springs. So it's only revved to about, I think it's like 51 or something. They're slightly higher than an Etta motor, but they're still nowhere near like what an I motor is. So instead of just trying to source I stuff, it's way easier just to get a cam and then get upgraded valve springs, and then you can really beat the shit out of it.
Especially like you're turboing it, so you went for like a turbo specific cam too, didn't you?
I did not.
Oh.
So if I was to do this, the cam that I was looking for, to be honest with you guys, was a 272 cam is what they're called, and that has 272 intake and 272 exhaust duration. Now they were out of those, and they weren't going to be here till October if I ordered one, and that was just Schrick who was out of them, so it didn't matter who I ordered it from. I ended up ordering this cam from ECS because ECS was the cheapest. Everybody pretty much has the same Schrick cams though, so whoever you prefer you can order it from. This is what they call a 284 cam. So it is 284 intake duration, but a 272 exhaust duration. So it's a little more aggressive, but this is not a street car. It might be hard to make it idle. Whatever. How do you think? It's gonna sound cool. But there she is.
Looks like a piece of metal.
So this shipped, I think, was like $450. it wasn't bad at all. And then with the matching valve springs, the strict valve springs that go with it, the dual valve springs that are an upgrade over the stock valve springs, they're a little stiffer. I think I was like $700 out the door or something for all this. That's quite a bit of money, but for like BMW cam and springs, it's pretty cheap. For like LS stuff, this is absurdly expensive. But anyway, we got a valve train. I'm slightly worried about the rockers now, because with the OEM rockers, and now that I have more lift and stiffer springs, there's a good chance that they might want to break. But we will cross that road when we get there. We're not there yet. So that would take us all the way to be an I motor right there. It's just we have valve springs, cam, and intake manifold. So it's a Super Etta, so I have slightly higher compression, I think, than Etta motors. But if you were going to build like a stroker motor that was NA, you probably still want to do pistons of some sort to like take full advantage of that extra displacement. I'm turboing, so whatever it is, 8.8 or 8.5, whatever it is going to be great for turboing. So I'm stoked. My buddy Diego, I don't know if this Diego's ever been on camera, but it's one of our friends, newer friend Diego. He gave me a bunch of stuff. So he gave me a set of ARPs, brand new. He also gave me, which I don't know if, I'll just come back, which I don't know if we're going to end up using. I'm sure we'll use some of it, but complete gasket kit for the top end. So, and then along with some random things we couldn't figure out quite what these were. When we searched the part number on these, it comes with like 3 of these gaskets. So all the other ones we weren't sure, but we can actually seal some stuff. So, but a head gasket, exhaust manifold gaskets, I don't know what that is, but quite a bit of random stuff. So we're gonna be good there. We got some NGK wires. They look pretty new and a good looking distributor. So another friend of our guy, Brian and Adam. Adam told me that Brian was here. Brian told me he had some injectors for me, so just some 60-pound Siemens or 60-pound Decas. There's some cheap ones, but perfect for this. So I got to follow up again, make sure we can get those. But yeah, so I'll have injectors, ECU, intake manifold, some gaskets. We've got a sweet China. I don't remember if this was eBay or Amazon. But anyway, it had decent reviews. I actually ordered 2 of them, so I got one for another car too. But we got a little mini hydro. Some people did talk about maybe replacing the master with a Willwood one if it doesn't work, but that the actual thing itself feels good. It's aluminum. Yeah,
it's cool.
And we can do some hydro stuff. And then we got a driver's seat. It's a Momo. I don't remember the rest about it. I think all the labels are gone at this point. Yeah, but it came with a slider. It didn't come with a E30 bracket, but we got a slider. So we just need an E30 bracket for it. And I think I paid $150 for this. So I got it pretty cheap. And then I was able to actually secure another Sparco seat that doesn't have a slider, but it's in an E30 right now. So I think that one will be the passenger seat. It was a little bit wider, so make it a little bit more comfortable and easier for passengers to get in and out. Yeah, so things that we still need to make this safe, streetable, and to get this on the road. We need intercooler piping. I'm pretty sure we have stuff lying around to make that work. We're gonna need some sort of harness bar / roll bar type thing. I'm thinking if for the events that we want to take this to, it might be smart to just get a 4-point or a 6-point in it right now, since we're gonna have the seats out of it and stuff, and why not just get it done and practice some welding a little bit. I have I have E36 kits here, but I don't want to sacrifice, so I might just buy an E30 specific seat. I know one of our followers, Sean, I don't know if you still watch Sean, but you just did your, he was at Grid Life doing the rallycross stuff, and he was welding in a hoop for his car for tech, so maybe I'll talk to him a little bit. But it's going to be, it should be a quick build. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, we got a lot going on here behind the scenes right now. That is going to take me away from YouTube stuff a little bit. Not that I've been here a bunch lately anyway, we've been busy. But August is going to be a pretty stressful month to make some things happen. And there might be some news on the Will front. So probably let him speak on that if he would like to, but there might be some changes coming from Will as well. And yeah, but I'm excited to get this done. And I'll just open it up. The Turbo E36 that's right there, I'm pretty much shelving that for the year. And everything that I was going to do with that car, I'm just going to do with this white E30. It's a Turbo E30. Like, this is what you guys want to see. I've done that. I did that car for 2 years. I'm going to try something new. This car is not going to be anywhere near as fast as that car, but I'm down to try something new and not rush that one to get to the things that I want to get to do. So hopefully this car gets done quickly and smoothly and doesn't blow up immediately, and it gets some serious use this year and early next year. And then there was actually a 318i, a late model, that was on this left recently, if there's been any videos. But for some reason, that car had a medium case 373 LSD in it. So I don't know why somebody would do that. That would be like slower than the 410 that came in it. I don't know, but either way, I was parting that car out and I was selling the guy the subframe with the diff for $100, and I was really excited when I was like, oh, it's a medium case, and it was a 373. I'm like, sorry dude, you guys aren't getting this diff, but here's another one. So we have a 373 for it. We have a Getrag 250. We have a good, on our way over to look at the other thing, we can say we got a drive shaft over here for it. But we got a freshly rebuilt 250 drive shaft with, I'm pretty sure, greasable U-joints, which is going to be awesome to try and keep that thing alive, but it's fresh and it's good. It was out of an E, so we got a big Weebo. But over here,
Oh yeah, these.
we got our wheels. So there's a chance I might get rid of these, or somebody that was interested in these and then trade me for another set of wheels that I actually used to have for an E30. But anyway, this is where we're at right now. This is a set of 15-inch Team Dynamics. I think they're 15 by 7 plus 30 maybe. And then they have an awesome set of Yokohama, I don't know, Advance something or others, but like autocross tires. So the plan would be run these for fast stuff, and then if we were to do any drag racing or anything, find another set, a pair to have like some type of slicks on. That's also, I'm a little worried that if this thing hooks up though, it'll start breaking stuff. E30s are not the strongest in the rear end department, so it might be smarter just to leave these on. We'll see when we get to that point. It's gonna be a really light car. I don't want another talking video on this though, that's only talking, because we've talked about this car like 3 times now and haven't actually done anything. So I appreciate you guys watching those videos. So we're gonna get down to work. We're gonna get that subframe out of that car and some other little parts. I think, oh, here's our motor. We never really talked about it, but it's just sitting here waiting. But here's our Superetta just hanging out. It's probably a little dark for you guys. But anyway, I'm pretty sure that I can move the oil cooler setup from an I onto this, so I can have just a factory oil cooler, and that that vert still has that, even though somebody put an E motor in that car. So it's a 2.7 and it's not a Superetta, but anyway, I don't think it ever ran after somebody did that. There's a few more things that we got going on, but I'll show them to you as we get. I don't want to ruin all the surprises, but this should be a pretty cool car. I think it's going to get done quick and easy. It's a 84 318, so it's going to be extremely light. It's got crank windows. It does have a sunroof, but I think they all did. So it's got a crank sunroof, and it's going to be sweet. I'm getting really excited for this and the things that we're going to hopefully get to do with it this year. So the car is going to be going on this lift probably Wednesday. I don't know when this video is coming out, but probably Wednesday. I don't think it'll be in this video. Probably not in this video. This thing's getting long, I bet. But then it's staying on the lift until it's done. We're gonna cheap out a little bit on we're doing this, and I'm not gonna pull the head off the motor. I'm gonna pull out studs one at a time. I'm not gonna do a timing belt. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff.
Unless like the timing belt's shit, but
yeah, I mean we'll look at it, but maybe I'll do a timing belt. That's kind of easy with the motor out. I'm gonna do a timing belt.
Are we taking it out?
The motor's right there.
Oh, duh.
Probably do a timing belt. Thinking about it, I should do a timing belt because I was like, I don't care about the bottom end at all, but I do care about bending all the valves. Those heads are getting expensive and hard to find, and I don't have a spare. So we'll probably do a timing belt. But, oh, fuel pump. I should have one out in one of the containers, like a Aeromotive 340, which should be enough. I don't think we're not gonna run this on E85. So a 340 should be plenty. I'm shooting for 15-ish PSI. That should be about what the stock ignition system can handle. So with the single coil and stuff, and I don't really want to mess my time doing LS coil packs or GM wasted spark stuff. We're gonna keep this BMW, keep it easy, and we're gonna go for weight versus trying to get all of the boost out of it. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, let's get to work. Let's rip apart an E30.
Let's do it.
All right.